Welcome to Promo Insiders, an ASI media podcast that covers the topics that matter most to the promotional products industry. I'm CJ Mitica, and today I'm joined by Bruce Himelstein, the longtime former Chief Sales and Marketing Officer for the Ritz Carlton, who boasts more than 30 years of success in sales, marketing, and surpassing customer expectations. Bruce will be the keynote speaker for our upcoming ASI show in Fort Worth. Bruce, I'm so excited that you're going to be speaking to all of our attendees in Texas, but I'm sorry to say just for right now that you're just going to be talking with me. I hope that's okay.
You know what? It seems like a good first step, CJ. I'm ready.
Awesome. Great. So your session at Fort Worth is titled Discover the Secrets to Gaining Lifelong Clients. And so my first question is, how much time, how much effort, and really how many customer experiences does it take to really convert a client into a lifelong one?
I wish there was a templated answer to that, but you know what? Every client opportunity is just different. And so, it depends on the depth of the relationship. It depends on how much, is ahead of you in terms of opportunity. It depends on whether you're looking at it as a transaction versus a relationship. I spoke to a lady last week who was one of my first clients when I joined Marriott a long time ago, and she gave me a referral for a speaking engagement. So I've not talked to her in 10 years, but you have these relationships you establish, and you never close the door. And each one of those is just very different. There's not a formulaic way to go, do that, and that equals lifetime customer. It's just very different. It's all very individual.
Right. And relatedly, so when we talk about customer service, I think there's some baked in expectations about what that means. But let me ask you, what does customer service mean to you? And where do businesses often fall short with it?
Oh, it's a great question. For me personally, and it's almost unfair to ask me because my radar is just always so high. It drives my family crazy. It's like, Dad, stop it. But it's, when you spend your whole life in the hotel business, you're just wired that way. Customer service, again, is a very individual thing. For me, it's exceeding expectations. It's you listening as opposed to talking. And what I find is a lot of people that want me to hear what they have, they just don't listen well. They just want to keep going. And even when you give them kind of body language that, okay, I'm ready to go now, they just keep going. It's like they've got this thing spieled in their head, and you can't go until I'm done with it. That's a brutal mistake, because if you're not going to listen, there's two things that are a lost art, CJ. One is eye contact, and one is listening skills. If you get real good at both of those, you're going to already set yourself apart from most people. So customer service is really about engaging one-on-one, whether it's like this, whether it's on the phone, whether it's in person. Even on a trade show floor, you've got the show coming up. There's going to be hundreds, if not thousands, of people walking by everybody. So it's how you choose to engage during that slim opportunity that will set you apart from everybody else.
Yeah, and those ideas of the one-on-one interactions, the making the eye contact, I'm sure those were experiences you had starting as a bellman, and working your way up to Chief Sales and Marketing Officer for the Ritz Carlton. What sort of life lessons, business lessons, experiences did you learn by having those boots on the ground experiences that maybe another type of executive who never had that same sort of experience would have?
When you start at that level, for anyone that starts at a level like that, you're paying dues. And when you pay dues, you're keenly aware of collaboration. You're keenly aware that it takes other people alongside of you to be successful. And so I'll just give you a quick memory that I have. When I worked at one of the Marriott hotels, Harbor Beach Marriott of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, every Christmas, Bill Marriott and his family came to stay every Christmas week. He brought his family and they stayed. But Mr. Marriott would set his alarm for 3 a.m. and he would go down to the kitchen so that he can say hi to the overnight crew. Now, I don't know, arguably, maybe the most successful executive in the hotel industry worldwide. He's getting up at 3 a.m. to say to the dishwasher, how's it going? How you doing? Those, even when you reach that level, to still be able to engage with people at all levels of an organization, I don't care if you're 2 people or 10,000 people. That's what gains you the experience, the respect, the credibility to grow your business.
Okay, yeah, I love that anecdote, and I think it speaks to that customer service mindset that's in the hotel industry. And so I want to ask you, you've built your career working in hospitality, working in travel. What are some principles of their success that businesses in our industry, the promotional products industry, can take away?
Well, the hospitality industry over the last probably 10 years has been benchmarked in a lot of other industries. Healthcare, the intersection of hospitality and healthcare is huge right now. They call it the patient experience. And they're bringing in a lot of ex-hotel executives to run healthcare systems. The intersection of hospitality and academia. They're learning, what does it mean when a prospective student and their family shows up for a tour on campus? How do I orchestrate that? What does that look like? And how do we learn from the hospitality business on how to do that? I got asked to serve on a hospital board during my Ritz Carlton days, which was, I don't intimidate, CJ, but this was maybe one of the more intimidating experiences of my life. I'm surrounded by, the head of cardiology and the head of oncology, and here's the hotel guy. And they just wanted to learn about that experience. So now take it to ASI and take it to your family there. Is what are some of those learnings? Where can I intersect hospitality into what I do? And a lot of it goes back to your first question, which is treat every opportunity like it's just an individual opportunity that's going to grow and flourish depending on how you treat it. And how I treat you, CJ, as a potential client may be very different than how I treat that person over there, because your needs are going to be different, right? And so I can't just give you the script number 2, paragraph 4. I have to listen to what your needs are, and then I have to give back to you what I think I can do to add benefit to your business. That's really that's how customer service starts.
I don't think it's hyperbole to say that you just have a wealth of expertise and knowledge to share with our audience. So in anticipation of our Fort Worth show in early March, what's a sneak peek of what people can expect you to talk about?
Well, I can elaborate more on some of the things you've asked me, some of the great questions you've asked me. But I also talk about brands. And many people don't realize a one-person organization is still a brand. And you don't have to be this multi-billion-dollar portfolio company, global company, to be a brand. I'm a brand. And, ironically, when I left and decided to open up my own consulting business and start speaking, I had to step back. And I reached out to a few people to say, help me craft a marketing plan for the Bruce Himelstein brand. How do I go out with that? What are my sales calls? How do I position myself on a website? How do I, all that stuff? I had hundreds of people that were doing that. So now it's just me. So you have to learn how to cultivate your brand, whether it's yourself whether you're part of a smaller organization or a bigger organization. So I'm going to talk more about that and how critical that prep and that thinking is to your success.
Okay, great. Well, I'm going to be there at Fort Worth, and so I'm eagerly anticipating your keynote. I know our attendees will be as well. So thank you, Bruce, for joining us today.
Thank you, CJ. Look forward to seeing you.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your week.